Moin Moin und willkommen zu einer neuen Folge Let's Play The Blackwell Legacy. Ich musste gerade kurz überlegen, welches Spiel das denn jetzt genau ist. Und wir waren gerade in dem Krankenhaus, haben mit dem Dr. Quentin, heißt er glaube ich, geredet und erfahren, dass die Krankheit, die Rosangelas Tante hatte, auch die Großmutter hatte. Und ja, wahrscheinlich könnten wir sie auch kriegen. Könnte Rosangela sie auch kriegen. Aber wir werden es alles noch erfahren. So, und wir können jetzt als erstes mal das Envelope mitnehmen.
Looks like it's from Bellevue.
Das ist das, was der Doktor uns gesagt hat. Wir können uns das jetzt alles durchlesen. Ja. Das ist natürlich alles Englisch. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich das übersetzen soll. Ich hoffe, ihr könnt Englisch, dann übersetze ich es nicht, sondern lese es einfach nur so vor, wie es da steht. Dear Lauren, so, you have been at NYU for 2 weeks now and have not called. I am sure things are busy in the Big Apple. But don't forget the family you left behind. Things back home are well. Jack starts high school on Monday, so he's a bit nervous. You know how he gets. Be sure to write him a letter. He misses his big sister, I admit. I am still a bit nervous about you living in New York all by yourself. You are carrying ID with you when you go out, like I asked? You know me, just being a mom. Somebody has to keep your head on straight. Nee, has to. Achso, somebody has to. Okay, ja. Kid, less your dad would... Was? Achso, kid, as your dad would say. Das ist eine Klammer. And remember that you have a family back home that misses you. Love you, Mom. And Dad and Jack. Hello, sis. I am writing this on my new St. Clair Model XV, so. Mom says that improving my handwriting is a lost cause, so she got me this. Keen, huh? I've already typed up a few stories on it. And this letter. You can't type for long, because Dad says the noise drives him up the frigging wall. What does he know? So, how is life in the big bad city? Troy, is that boring? As usual. Why do you have to go to college, huh? There's nobody to talk to in this dump anymore. See you at Thanksgiving. Jacko. Das sind 25 Seiten. Meine Güte. Dear Lauren, well, Thanksgiving time has come and gone, and so have you. In just 2 short months, I can already see you evolving into a capable young woman. You have outgrown this small town, Lauren. That much is obvious. Jack will be following in your footsteps soon, I am sure. Visiting you in New York is all he talks about. Diese Handschrift ist ein bisschen schwerer zu lesen. Speaking of Jack, I know you are worried about him. We all are, but don't feel that is your responsibility. You are his sister and you love him. But he has got to learn to live without you eventually. You are growing up. Let him grow up too. Till Christmas, love, Mom and Dad and Jack. Lauren, can you keep a secret? I don't want to say this over the phone in case Mom or Dad overhear. Mom's been acting odd lately. It started a few days after you went back to New York. She was dragging me shopping when she suddenly screamed and fainted. She was pointing at the corner of the room, but there was nothing there. We brought her to the hospital and she says she's fine now, but she's been very on edge and paranoid. It's hard to explain. Dad's no help. Can you call and try to cheer her up? She won't listen to me. Just don't tell her about this letter. I just hope she's okay. Jacko. Lauren, you seemed concerned after our last phone call. I just wanted to write and reassure you that everything is fine. Let us know when you are coming home again for Thanksgiving. With love, Mom and Dad and Jack. Dear sis, mom's getting worse. You said it best during Thanksgiving. It's like somebody is watching over her shoulder. Paranoia. She sits by herself for hours, pretending to read when it's obvious she isn't. Lately she's been covering her ears as if to keep out a sound and closing her eyes tight. Dad's losing patience with her. He's convinced she's lost her mind, and I'm starting to agree. She refuses to get any kind of help. Why can't she see that there is a problem? This isn't normal. Not normal at all. Why can't she see that? I hate to admit it, but I'm kind of scared. Scared for her. I don't know what to do. Jack. Wir haben noch nicht mal die Hälfte durch. Lauren, it has a name. Mom locked herself in the bathroom this morning. She sounded like she was talking to herself in there. Well, not to herself. It was like there was somebody else there. But there wasn't. I listened. I couldn't understand it. But she did say the name Joey. I asked her later who Joey was, and she got really scared. Then she got angry and said, if you know what's good for you, never mention that name again. This could be the key. If we find out who Joey is, maybe we can save her. Check. Dear Lauren, well, it's done. The final papers have been signed. It hurt. A lot. But it had to be done. Mom has now been committed to a mental ward. I have to say, I'm relieved. I know how you feel about it, but you weren't there. You didn't come home to see her screaming and tearing her hair out, running around the house, knocking down everything in her way. Cuts were all over her face, and the house was practically destroyed. I was so shocked. I just closed the door and waited outside for Dad to come home. It was awful. She clawed at him, clawed at his face, and drew blood. It will haunt my dreams for the rest of my life. Thanks for coming out, Lauren. I don't think Dad and I could have handled it on our own. She kind of drained us, you know. Can I come to New York and visit? I need to get away for a while. Check. Okay. Die Hälfte haben wir immerhin geschafft jetzt. Congratulations. Summa cum laude. I always knew you were a smarty pants, sis. Now you've got the documentation to prove it. Thanks again for letting me stay at your place for the weekend. It was just like old times, except you weren't smoking then. New York is an amazing city, and Columbia has a great campus. I can't wait to move down there in September, but until then, I've got to deal with our grumpy old man. He's insufferable as always. Ever since Mom, he's been hard to talk to, and very hard on me. I should tell him you are smoking now. Maybe then he'll concentrate on you for once. See you again soon, Jack. 10 Seiten noch. Ne, mit diesem hier sind's 11. It's happened, Lauren. Just like you eventually said it would. I'm in love. Her name is Mariah. She's from Italy and we met in statistics class. She asked if she could copy my notes because her hand was tired. We ended up having lunch and we've been inseparable ever since. She's incredible. She's got the most amazing red hair and I want you to meet her. I'll come by soon. Jack. Lauren? Are you alright? Ever since Mom's funeral, you've been hard to reach. I know, it's been hard on us, but it's been 6 months. I tried calling, but you never answer. I came by the other day, but you didn't open the door. I knew you were there, Lauren. I could hear you. I risked using the spare key you gave me. But you changed the lock. Come for dinner and on Christmas Eve. Mariah is a great cook. We won't ask any questions, just come. Mom might be gone, but we are still here. I miss my big sister, Jack. Lauren, who is Joey? I went over last week to give you a Christmas gift. You didn't answer the door, but I heard you talking to somebody named Joey. Is it a boyfriend? Are you seeing a man named Joey? Is that why you've dropped off the map? Or is it something else? I don't think I need to tell you what. For God's sake, talk to me, Jack. Lauren, I know you are annoyed, but I am not. Sorry. I didn't want to do it, but you left me no choice. Hiring a private detective to follow you was the only option left. He told me some odd things. You won't talk to me, but you will talk to total strangers. You will go to every far corner of the city and the strangest hours. And you talk to yourself when you think you are alone. Don't deny it. He heard it, and so did I. Not that any of it made any sense. That alone is disturbing. Disturbing enough, but then he saw you collapse. You were all alone in some obscure park in the Bronx. When you just fainted, he was about to call an ambulance, but then he saw you get up again and walk off like nothing happened. You were always there for me growing up. Don't shut me out, sis. Let me be there for you now. Jack. Jacko, please stay away. Don't worry about me. There are things that need to be done, and I am the only one who can do them. Don't ask me to explain. All I can say is that I understand our mother more than ever. She was never crazy, Jacko. Trust me on this, and take some comfort in it. You've grown up and you've grown tough, and you don't need anyone to fight your battles anymore. You don't need me, but I'll always be your big sister, Lauren. I am returning your letter because I refuse to accept it. No, you don't need to fight my battles. I'm not 14 years old anymore, but we are still family, and that's important, especially now that Dad has died. Look, you obviously have something going on, and that's fine. I don't have to be involved if you don't want me to, but I still want you involved in my life. Mariah and I are getting married in November. You are coming. No stupid excuses. Jack. Greetings from Greece. If there were any words to describe the beauty of this place, it still wouldn't do it justice. A perfect spot for a honeymoon. Things have been busy, as you can imagine, but I wanted to quickly write to say that I'm glad you made the wedding, of course. I'm still worried about you, but somebody has to be. You take care and stay in touch. Mariah says hi. Jack.
There are some pictures stuck to the back of this letter.
Dear Aunt Lauren, yes, Aunt Lauren, you are an aunt. I'm a dad. Mariah gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. We named her Rosangela, after Mariah's grandmother. She's so quiet. She hardly cries at all. I'm all set to spoil her rotten, but Mariah says to take it easy. She looks just like her mother, and there's a bit of you in her eyes, too. And Mom and Dad, everything our family was or will be, this child is it. Life is changing so fast. I just want to hold on to this tiny creature and never let go. The future is an exciting place, and I have everything I could ever want. I don't want anything to change, ever. Jack. The law offices of Durkin and Goldberg. Dear Miss Blackwell, it is indeed within your legal rights to take custody of your 5-year-old niece. With the death of her parents, you are the only living relative. Please contact our office and we will start the necessary paperwork. Sincerely, John Durkin. Das war's. So, wir haben aber hier noch Fotos, die wir uns erst angucken, bevor wir das Telefon beantworten da. Auntie Lauren.
That's definitely Auntie Lauren. She's looking at something off camera. I wonder what it was. Is that my dad? He looks so young. I always pictured my dad as being older. I assume that's my mother. She sort of looks like me, I guess. Other than that, she's a total stranger.
Und das Telefon klingelt immer noch. Wir haben aber noch ein zweites Foto. Christmas Photograph. Da können wir uns nichts angucken. Okay. Ja, okay. Dann war's das für heute erstmal. Und wir sehen uns in der... Upsala. Wir sehen uns in der nächsten Folge wieder. Ciao, ciao.